Good evening, everyone. It's Monday again, and that means it's time for Monday Night Customs. We missed last week, but we're excited to be back. I'm Doom Geek.
I'm Comfy Bunny, and when I talk, I'm animated, so you'll want to hear a whole lot of me.
Wow. Thanks for joining us this time around, Comfy Bunny. Excited to have you on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited. I don't play customs, I don't watch it, but we're gonna go through and see what happened last time.
Certified League of Legends expert. You heard it here first. I hear that one of the runes lets you go 300 gold in debt. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and
At 31 minutes.
at 31
Correct.
minutes. Nonetheless, we're going to go straight into our clip from last week. Let's go ahead and take a look at these team comps. What are we looking at here, Comfy Bunny?
Wow. You are here on team 1, so we have yourself here on team 1 with what looks to be like a poke comp, except for this Zac and Yone, which is a little more engaged, but we can still make some picks happen. And team 2, which is definitely a ball to the walls go in comp.
For sure. It's going to be kind of interesting for team 1 if Zac decides to go in. Really, only Yone follows up, like you were saying. So I think that's going to be tricky.
But actually, the whole team is kind of there to support Yone. Zyra has the knockups there. Zac has the knockup, and yeah, everyone else is just CC.
Yeah, and something that's going to be really interesting about Team 2 as well is this is an Aurelion Soul fresh off of the rework. So we're going to see some new Aurelion Soul gameplay. Not going to launch a galaxy from all the way across the map. Instead, dropping a meteor from space, I think is what happens. Anyways,
right.
Let's go ahead and jump into our first clip now. So we're taking a look here. The game started, but we're already progressed around 3 minutes into the game, and I know it looks like the kill difference and the goal difference is there, but I assure you, in the very beginning, it was just picks from blue team. We kind of talked about that before. Blue team has the potential for that double snare to land those picks. They managed to get that gold lead.
Awful team to play against the full one.
This is what happens when you can go ahead and draft your teams. You have to go ahead and pick very carefully, both in the pick and ban phase. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Take special note, Yone, 4-1 already. So now red team moving up here, slowly creeping up. Blue team going in position here,
right.
With a lot of engagement from red team here.
Annie has a stun and she's in the bush.
Yeah, what's going to happen here? Snowball connects,
and
tries to burst down the Morgana. Spell shield, and the Morgana lives. The Aurelion Soul lands a big knockup, but doesn't get anyone. Big AoE fighting here, but not a lot of damage from red team. The Samir ulti landing down as well. Now with the Xayah and the Zyra still relatively full health, landing a lot of damage. And the Zac passive pops off. Zac is still alive. They did not kill the Zac in time. And looks like the Xayah could potentially kill the Cassante. Oh, there we go. Oh, and the snowball kills Leona, and we had enough time for the Annie to come back. Wow. Oh, great dodge there. Oh, but the Annie might go and pay for it, but still managed to get the Q off.
Got it.
And the knockup there, and the Yone cleans up the Aurelion Soul, who just got back. And are they going to be able to get this Samira? The Samira is kind of backing off here, and it looks like I think this fight might be over. Not quite. Red team's now back here, still fighting. Deletes the Zyra. Zac only has one mode, and I guess it's go in. Maybe. Oh, and Zac's no passive this time for sure.
Dead.
I think that's the end for that fight. Wow, that was a very extended fight there. Comfy Bunny, did you notice anything crazy?
I think that could have been really different if Zac didn't have his passive the first time around. I think red team definitely could have won that. And honestly, it wasn't too bad of a fight. Like, red team, like 3x their kills, and they're coming back.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and see that. They did close the gold gap there, so that's something notable. But let's see what happens in this next clip and see if And we kick off this next kill up here. The game has progressed. Yone's still very fed. Zai now getting the kills, and the gold gap has widened yet again a little bit. So let's see what happens. The Acel does have 2 items. I think a big part of the Acel build with the Rod of Ages online. Now they are scaling. The Zai gets caught here with the Cassante, and the Samira is the one that gets cut out first. Will the Zai make it out? The Zai does not make it out, but currently it's a 2-for-1. Actually, nope. Cassante does make it. Oh, and the Zac only has 1 mode. Go in. Does not get the Cassante. Cassante makes it out here. Blue team trying. Oh, and Zac goes in again. Goodness. But this Zac also will not die. And oh, all right. I spoke. We're still not done going in.
Zac has blobs. He's still alive there.
Oh my goodness.
He's splitting the focus of red team.
Oh man. A good attempt by the Aurelion Soul to go ahead and chunk out the squishies. A this time follows the time. But now this time the fight is a little bit split.
Out. Oh, Leona's leaving.
Oh man, instantly deleted by the Yone. And the Yone is pretty low here. Well, the Yone and the Morgana, and they do manage to take out the Leona there. The Yone and the Morgana. Oh, maybe this is another one? Maybe this is maybe?
Oh.
No, I think they're all backing off here. Wow, that was really something there. I know that was pretty frantic. Do you notice anything else there, Comfy Bunny?
Zac definitely just goes in. He goes in really deep, you know, like it looks like he goes past the targets. I don't know if that's intentional or what the deal is there, but it seems to be working for them.
It is definitely a bold strategy that seems to be paying off for now. I really wonder as, you know, red team scales up, will he get punished even more and more for that? But right now, we're having these really fragmented fights where like red team wants to fight together, but they're getting split off and these skirmishes are popping off where like the Yone is excelling.
Yeah, I actually think if red team just left Zac, maybe the tower could have done some damage to the blobs and they could have, you know, picked off the rest of the team. Because Zac, I think Zac isn't building damage, so he's just a certified tank at this point.
Killing a lot of time, and I think that's what they kind of need in these fights to go ahead and get the team fights not in a team fight state, and then start picking people off. All right, progressing the game forward. Let's see what happens next. All right, the gold gap is still there, but I will say that as we take a look at these items, I believe that both teams' champions are starting to have their core items starting to go online here. So we could be turning that tide where red team could take it. So we'll go ahead and see.
It's still a little early. It is still only 12 minutes, you know, like the red team items, Rod of Ages, this Heart Steel definitely needs time to stack, and we are only at 12 minutes, although there's what, like 50 kills at this point?
Yeah.
60 kills?
Very, very crazy. Heart Steel Leona here. We'll go ahead and see if the Heart Steel stacks and come online. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and see what happens here. Both teams kind of positioning here. And the bush getting caught by a snare here, but I don't think Zac's going to go. Okay, Zac does go in. Okay. The Leone ulti are doing pretty good here. But the Zyra ult going into a good zone here. Yone is now in the squishies trying to lead him in the back. The Cassante trying to chase away the squishies of the blue team, but the Yone is just deleting the backline of red. Yone super low here. Could this be the end of Yone? Yone has a sliver of health, but he's still alive. That Immortal Shield bow coming in so clutch. And now, wow, but blink and you miss it. Cassante's the only one left alive in the red team. Quadra again.
Wow. With a sliver of health too, just barely getting away.
I would say that happens so fast. It is really something to go ahead and see these fights happen at the speed they do. A lot of AoE here. So once again, we have the Zac who goes in here. Then we have the good counter initiate here. And there's just a lot of stuff on the ground.
Annie and Leona picked up different targets than the rest of their team, though, which is, you know, potentially viable if they had made the pick, but they didn't.
Yeah, wow. Is it too late now for Yone? Like, is Yone like just too popped off? Wow, we'll see what happens. The game's not over yet.
Yeah, they're not that far behind in gold either, so, you know, as the game goes on longer, we'll see what the next clip is.
For sure. And then you know how in Howling Abyss, as it stands right now, really one team fight can really change everything, especially as we go later and later. At 15 minutes, we're starting into late game.
Ooh, late game 15
Late game
minutes.
15 minutes, you know, A-round these days. or Howling Abyss these days. Yone with 20 kills. That is huge. Zach with ton of kills. This is gonna be tricky.
Wow. Yeah, Zach and Yone are very strong, and Zaya's doing work too.
Go see what happens here. Both teams are kind of full health here. They're kind of moving up. Casante's alone in the bush there. Does go ahead and get caught. But the great Aurelian Soul to go and sneak out the back here. Great Meteor.
Got behind.
Yeah.
And he's trying to follow Aurelian. Oh, it's just a little too late.
Oh my goodness.
And he still made a pick.
And the whole time I'm just looking at, like, there's a lot of solid AoE, like CC and damage happening from red team. But it's just not enough to kill the Yone. Yone always survives with just sliver of health. Goodness.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, like super minor timing. If red team was just a little bit more together, I think they could have pulled it out.
And with that, the red team, blue team does ultimately take it to the end there, and they managed to take the game. Wow, that was nutty. I guess in the lead that they got in the beginning just continued to be maintained, and the incredible Yone plays.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I was red team, I would have been tilted, and I would have just tilted off the face of the earth starting from minute 2. So I don't even know where they are at this point.
Absolutely. So for MVP this particular game, we're gonna have to do Wonder and his incredible Yone play.
Yeah, and the support of his team, honestly, like that Zach only went in, but he only went in for Yone.
You sometimes have to make sure you're on the same page. So with that, I think that's all we have for today's show. We're gonna go ahead and see what new exciting things happening on the BIS today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Doom Geek.
I'm Comfy Bunny. See you next time.